Big Sur today, right by the Big Sur River, down in one of the little campground areas, and I found some really amazing little wildflowers that are blooming. They're extremely small. They're like probably only 1/4 of an inch across. So I've got the 180 macro lens on here with a lens shade, and I'm filling the frame pretty much with the flowers. But I'm going to use this off-camera modification of a standard speed light that just goes right on the camera. It's the at the Metz. It's the Metz 58, which is amazingly accurate with this Fuji S5. And on it, I've put the one of the LumaQuest little soft boxes here. So I'm changing it to a fairly large light source in relative size to the flowers themselves. And I've taken a meter reading on the flower and already shot some without any flash. And now I've decided to add the flash to create some direction to the light, which is actually pretty flat otherwise. So I've gone about a stop under on the overall metering so that the picture taken without the flash looks a little bit dark. And then when I add the flash on it here, I've done a couple of tests previously, and I've got the power settings on this flash to only, it's at 128th power, which is nothing. It's just a little kiss. I mean, you can see the amount of light coming out of that thing is just nothing really. But when I aim it in close to the flower, it's significant. So I'm shooting in close here, and I can make the light come from any direction I want because it's so soft to begin with. So I'm going to put the flash right here, shoot a couple like this, and they're perfectly exposed. And then what else I was doing that was even more interesting, I thought, was putting the flash under these broad leaves that are behind the flowers, backlighting the leaf and the little wildflowers that I'm shooting, and I'm getting this really great backlit where I can see all the veins of the flowers. I can see the almost a silhouette, or the veins of the leaves, and kind of a silhouette of the flower. So, and by experimenting with different shutter speeds, I've created some streaking and some nice kind of special effects that you normally would never get without being able to use a flash. So we're using an off-camera flash. It's tethered with this cord, but it's not being used on TTL. It's being used on just a regular manual metering, and it works perfect. It's a great technique. And if you take the first shot and you think it just looks a little bit too bright, instead of using exposure compensation in the camera, you can just pull the flash back 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, move it in a little bit closer if the picture is too dark, and you can vary the intensity. Because you're in so close and fall off is occurring so rapidly, you could change the brightness level by just moving the flash 1 inch or 2. So it's real easy to do. You can do it on your own if you have a tripod like I do, and hand hold the flash. If you don't have a cable release, you can use a self-timer. It's really a lot of fun.